Hi, it's Sharon. My chronic fatigue is there today. I'm pretty tired, but some days if I just push through it, I can manage to do quite a bit. But this day I'll probably need a nap because the last 2 days when my chronic fatigue was telling me to go slower, I really didn't slow down. So today I managed to have a shower and get dressed so far, put my earrings on. So I'm hoping to tidy up my bed. I'll make my bed. I always feel better when I make my bed. And we have a few dishes need to be done. Get the kitchen back in order. Take that garbage out. That's from my craft room. And just give the kitchen a little tidy. The living room's fine. Those are my cushions that need to go downstairs. And my craft room. Looks a disaster, but it really isn't. I will quickly be able to tidy this up and put things away so I can set up to make my next decoration today. And I got the beading done. There's the small one. Oops. Where'd it go? There's the top one that we did. And that's the long one for the tree. And there's the medium one. So what I have left to do with these guys is put the raffia on. Just get the raffia on those guys. But I got them all beaded yesterday, so that's good. So I'm gonna quickly tidy up my little craft room. Well, I tidied up the craft room. Those bins stay out because I'm using them. And this bag is full of pine cones, and I'm going to use that too. But we got it tidied up somewhat, and I've set up for a craft for today. So I also made my bed and tidied up the bedroom. So now what I'm going to do is going to grab my makeup bag, tidy up my stuff here because I'm done with it. Grab my makeup bag and I'm going to sit down, have a rest, and put some makeup on. Well, to get the sap off my pine cones and to kill the bugs and mold or whatever else is in them, you get your baking sheets ready with tin foil, and then you lay your pine cones on them and you put them in the oven for 90 minutes at 200 Fahrenheit, and you cook them for 90 minutes, and hopefully that'll work. I might have to turn the cones over so all the sap drips. And you don't have to worry about fire and stuff because wood burns at 300. So 200, they say, is plenty safe. But I will be keeping a close eye on this little procedure. So I'm going to lay out my pine. Okay, my oven's ready. So I'm going to stick the pine cones in. I decided to do 2 trays at once. I don't know how many of these pine cones I'm going to use, but I know I'm going to use them in a few projects, so I got lots I could do. So now I'm going to set my timer for 90 minutes, and hopefully I'll have sapless pine cones. And while I'm waiting for them to cook, I'm going to tackle these dishes. got the dishes all done. All done, put away, clean the sink. Everything on the counters looks nice. Table's cleared off. Took that garbage out that I took out of my craft room. Still need to sweep the floor, but I'm gonna take a break. I'm tired. And there's still 42 minutes left on the pine cones. Alrighty, the pine cones are done. So take them out and have a look. Oh, they don't look like they have sap on them anymore. That's a good thing. If they do, it's very little. Well, they feel pretty good, so I'm just going to put them in this basket. And then I'm going to put some more in. Seems like it worked pretty good. There was a little bit of sap on that one. I felt it on my finger, but oh well. Better than they were. Eating a pine cone. So I'm hoping to make about 9 of these to put on my Christmas tree. So this is what they look like when they're all finished. And now I'm going to show you the procedure to make it. It's fairly simple. Decoration isn't really that involved. And you don't have to do it like I'm doing it. You can do it any way you want. But I just thought this was kind of fun. So, first of all, I have to make a tassel. So I have jute cord that I'm going to wrap around 3 fingers to make my tassel. Well, let's unwind it first. Okay. Wrapped around 3 fingers. I'm going to take it off the 3 fingers, and you have to tie it together. So I cut another piece of the jute, the same as color as what I have. Cut a little longer so it's easy to tie. And you just tie a knot. Any knot is fine. Oops. Try that again. Let's tie a knot. Put it down on the table. And we'll tie a knot. I got 2 thumbs today, or 4 thumbs today. Kind of feeling. There we go. Well, you want it more up to the top so that this part can be the tassel and this is the top. Tie it nice and tight. There we go. Now I'm going to cut those ends off because we don't need them. And you cut in the middle of that part. And that makes your little tassel. And I'm going to cut this loop off too because it's not in the right place. Don't really need it. And I was dipping my jute because it's kind of wild looking in a glass of water to straighten it out. And then I can get it more even on the ends. You don't have to have them even on the ends if you don't want to. Okay. So, pine cone. And I take this little bit out. The pine cones are quite brittle after they're cooked. So I take that out so I can squish this down in there without too much trouble. And I want this little piece short so that I can stick it in there. So I put a nice generous amount of glue, except I need a glue stick. Oh, got a big long one. Oh, I learned a trick too. you put glue on the end of your glue stick, and then you stick it in there, and it sticks to the other glue stick, and it's not so hard. You don't have to keep, it won't fall out of your gun again. Okay, so, and you take this and you shove it in there. I'm going to use my finger protector so I can stick it in there good. And you have to hold the pine cone kind of gentle, because if you squish it too hard, I'm sure it would just all fall apart. So they get very brittle once you bake them. But they sure are pretty because they open up. Okay, you got your tassel on it. You got your tassel on it. So the next part, I take some more of the same jute. I can find the end of it, there it is. And I cut a pretty good length of strand. And I'm going to make this the little loop that goes on top. So this one I'm going to glue right here. Where am I? Am I in the picture? Yeah. Put some glue on there. Take this, stick it in there. I mean, you could tie it around the pine cone, and I'm sure that would work too. I'm doing it this way because I'm going to put this is called reindeer moss, around the outside. So I like to take my reindeer moss, break it into little pieces, kind of roll it up so it's easier to handle, and you can get glue on here. And you just continue that all the way around. Take some more reindeer moss and roll it up. Roll it up and squish it around. Put some more glue on. There, we got it all the way around. And it's kind of wild looking, so I decided I'm going to trim the real sticky outy parts off, just so that they're not so wild looking on the tree. I mean, if you like the sticky out bits, then you leave those bits on. And then I've taken a little bit of this greenery, cut a little tiny piece off, put glue on the end of it, and I just stuck it in there. And one for the other side. My kind of rustic. So, thanks for watching my video. I'm really happy you joined me today. And if you're new, my name is Sharon Chornagle. I'm from Sherry's Fairies, and I really would love it if you subscribed, and hope to see you in the next one. Thanks again. Bye.